Welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year to everybody. We've had snow, it's absolutely stunning. Got up a little bit late this morning though. I had an idea for this shot a few weeks ago when I was down in the local wood in a river, but I didn't have any wellies then, and my wife very kindly bought me a pair of wellies for Christmas, so there's nothing stopping me getting this shot now, and the conditions are just absolutely magical. We've had 2 nights of snow. It's starting to melt a bit. Oh, hang on, it's a bit muddy underfoot here. I could end up going down. And so I've had this idea for this shot, and I came here probably about 6 weeks ago when the leaves were falling, and it looked a good shot then, but I couldn't get in the river, and that's where you need to be to get this to work. And with the snow, I think it's going to look, it could look quite good. But we'll wait and see. I brought my trusty Steve with me. Brought me mate Milo. He's around somewhere, having the time of his life. Loves the snow. So anyway, I'm going to get down there in that river, and I'll flick you back on when I've got the composition set up. Right, you have to forgive the noise. I'm down by the river. I've almost been in for a swim. The river's a bit deeper than I thought it was going to be. So I sort of lipped off the bank into the drink, and it's almost come over me wellies. But anyway, I'm here now, so I'll show you what I've got. So effectively, I've got the river here, which I'm trying to get to come in out the corner of the frame, and then the river will lead you up. I've got this tree in here as well, just poking its head in. Now, if I'm being honest, I've tried playing with a 6-stop ND filter on this, but it's just making the water a little bit too silky. I wanted to see if I could try and capture some of that movement. So what I've done is I've played with my aperture. So I've basically gone from, I was shooting around about f11, I've gone to f16 now, because that's giving me ½ second exposure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the button. I'm on a Nikon 11-16mm lens here as well. So I'm going to click the button and I'll put it up now for you if it's any good. Right, I've come further into the river because basically what I hadn't spotted, and I'll show you now. See this twig here? That's the bit. It was encroaching into the frame, and I hadn't even spotted. So I checked the viewfinder. I've not even seen it. So I checked the viewfinder to have a quick look, and I thought, oh, I don't like that very much. It's a bit distracting. I've done this before, and I thought I've got some cracking photographs, and then got home into Lightroom, and there'd been something coming in from the side of the frame somewhere. So it's always worth just doing a quick check around the frame, which I'm glad I did it this time, because normally I forget. So anyway, I've come into the river now, and I've popped this into I'll stick you onto it so you can have a look. So I'm in landscape mode now. So you can see, I've tried to get this rock here to sort of anchor it this side. You've got the leading line coming in off this branch. I'm not sure if I need to move it over a little bit because there's a bit of space here. But on f16, it's giving me about 2.5 seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn that down now to say f11, let that settle down. Maybe f13, 1/3 of a second. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, quite happy with that. So we'll move on and see if we can find some other compositions. I will put up the one of the with the branch so you can see what I mean, but yeah, good job of spotting it, otherwise it would have been a wasted trip. Anyway, onwards and upwards, on we go. Right, I found another composition, and this one, if I'm being honest, I like this the most out of all the ones I've taken so far. I think it looks quite nice. Got the movement in the water. I'll show you it now. I've got to climb in the river. Hang on. It's great fun, this, isn't it? It's great fun. I'll flick you around. You can have a little look. So you can see, I'm in aperture priority on this, because I'm using the aperture to play with the shutter speed, basically, if that makes any sense. When I have an f14 aperture, it's giving me 2.5 seconds exposure. So I'll show you this, I'll click it. And you can see, it's getting me the movement in the water that I'm after. So I'm not in shutter priority because that's going to affect my depth of field. I want to control my depth of field, and anything from sort of f11 to f16 is going to get me the depth of field that I want. And it also allows me then to expand the shutter speed time, which 2.5 seconds, it's maybe a little bit long. So I might play with that and just bring it down maybe. I'll shoot some at f13 and f11 and just see which one I like more when I get into Lightroom. But what a magical morning. Absolutely brilliant in here. Just shows you, you've got it on your doorstep and you don't even realise. I mean, it's, I don't know, there's a lot of bad things about corona, that virus, and you know, people have suffered with it, but it certainly made you appreciate your local area far more than I think you ever would. And this wood is walking distance from my house. I'm so lucky. So anyway, I'm going to find some more compositions, more compositions, and I'll put you back on when I'm in the river further up. Okay, yeah, what an absolute mess. Right, so what I've done is I've come a bit further up, and this isn't normally something I'd shoot, but I put the big lens on because I'm watching a lot of videos on YouTube and they always say get the big lens out, get the big lens out. Well, I've got my big lens out because I never use it really. I'm lazy with it. Normally it's the 11 to 16mm that I tend to shoot with all the time. So I thought, right, let's have a look for some sort of abstract stuff, because the wife sent me out today with a mission that I have to take some pictures of some stuff close up because that's what she likes apparently. So here we go. Anyway, what I found, I'll just see if I can show you this. Found this leaf on this branch, and I quite like it because it's like you've got the little droplets of snow that are melting that are coming off it. I've whacked the aperture right down to 3.2 because what I'm trying to do is blur everything apart from just that leaf, and maybe this branch here, we'll see. So anyway, I'll give it a quick flick to see what it looks like. Let it autofocus. Yeah, quite like that. Yeah, quite autumnal, I think is the word, but it's not. It's middle of winter. So anyway, we'll see. But got to look up a little bit, I think, as well. I don't do that enough, and I need to look up more and have a browse. I can just see there's some nice orange leaves that are just poking through the canopy there that haven't fallen, so might have a little go at them as well. So anyway, onwards and upwards, and see what else we can find. Well, there you go, a little bit of a winter wonderland in the local wood. Absolutely brilliant morning, superb. Dog's freezing cold now, so I'm going to make a move back to the house and get a cup of tea, I think. But don't forget, if you like the content, please give us a like, or if you want to subscribe, but if you're not bothered, don't worry. So anyway, until the next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you around. Wow, superb.